Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack from Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris, and real quick, I never talk about it much. Recovery Concepts is actually an LLC. I'm a public speaker in the realm of recovery, if you will. I'm a 12-step guy. I do this little video. It started when the business started. I do this little video, try to anyway, on a daily basis. And I understand a lot of people out there, there's a lot of different things we can recover from. I am an AA/NA guy, 12-step recovery, 30-year addict, and that is kind of what I talk about a little bit when I go this route. But just, if you're not 12-step or you're not chemical recovery, substance abuse or whatever, substance use disorder, welcome anyway. There's a lot of different things out there that we can be recovering from. I'm a big fan of 12-step recovery for the simple fact that I spoke about it yesterday, I believe, only one of the steps in the 12 steps have anything to do with drugs and alcohol. The rest of it has reclaiming your life, sorting out all the problems, the wreckage of your past, getting closer to a contact of a higher power, and maintaining that healthy new way to live once you get it established. So you don't have to be, substance abuse to join in. If you have anybody that's, in mind that's, battling something else or whatever, recovery is recovery. There's a lot of different ways even to get better from substance abuse. People have celebrate recovery. There's Dharma recovery, Buddhism, Christianity, church, religion, nature. I don't care. If people are getting better, I'm a fan of that. If anybody felt like I did at one point in time in my life and you're getting better from that point, I don't give a damn how you get there. I'm a fan of that. If this helps you, great. If you think it helps you help somebody else that you might know, please share it or whatever. But I am a hireable public speaker. I'm starting to delve into a little bit of the sober companion possibility here before long. There's a couple of different things that I do, and I teach groups at a facility here in Virginia, and I'm looking forward and trying to stir up some more business along that line as well. So if you know anybody out there, I am able to travel, to other facilities. And if there's any interest in that, the website is on the YouTube page. Please hit me up with questions or whatever. Other than that, I just don't ever really talk about that. But Recovery Concepts is an LLC, and I am a motivational speaker in the realm of recovery, and I teach groups, and I'm a sober companion, getting ready to be sober companion. I'm going to offer that service as well before long. So anyway, that's that. Let's dive in here and see what we got going on in our reading today. It's Sunday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Hope you're getting some good work done, working on your recovery, working in the yard with the family, whatever, spending time with loved ones, enjoying the recovery, I didn't get all cleaned up to be miserable all the damn time, man. Go have some fun. Try to engage with what's going on around you and enjoy those moments, All right, Sunday, May 3rd, Dorothy Gilman has a quote for us today. It's when we're given choice that we sit with the gods and design ourselves. Some of us addicts have dangerous ideas about freedom. Like everybody else, we want it. That is not the problem. The problem is that we don't really understand what freedom is and how it works. Freedom means we can make choices about our own behavior. It doesn't mean we can control other people. It doesn't mean we can escape the consequences of our behavior. It doesn't mean that we can do whatever we want and things will turn out the way we want. Our choices and our behaviors have consequences. That's the part we hated when we were using. When we make a choice, we are using our freedom. And when we get the consequences of that choice, whether we like it or not, and we will get the consequences of that choice, whether we like it or not. Good choices usually result in good consequences. Bad choices usually result in bad consequences. How can we use our freedom to get the good consequences in life? By working the steps and listening to the advice of people who have what we want. Prayer for the day. Higher power, thank you for the freedom I have had all my life. Thank you for the freedom I have now Help me take your advice on how to use it. Today's action. Today I will think about my choices and their consequences. Now this reminds me of a concept in recovery called practice the pause. Um, I have had freedom all my life, 100%, and I have made choices, and they have had consequences, and they have both been in the bad and good realm, just as the reading stipulates. What I think about in recovery these days is having freedom itself. Number one, it's exciting to not be medicinally addicted to substances. I'm still working on sugar, and I'm still working on coffee. But the ones that, the drugs and the alcohol for me, when those things are removed and my mind is clear, I have the opportunity to make choices. And I'm excited about that opportunity, because the first and foremost choice of mine back in the day was, when can I start? Do I have enough? I'm always thinking about the drinking and the drugging and all aspects of it. Recovering from it, tried to mend up the fences I busted down the day before, the week before, or the holiday weekend and liquor stores closed, or whatever the case may be, and do I have enough? And then, can I start? Am I in a situation where somebody's going to look at me because I'm drinking beer at 8:30 in the morning? There was always considerations, and making choices to try to, to support my addiction. These days, my choices obviously are pointed towards supporting my recovery. And one of the things that occurs to me is that every once in a while, as it talks about, all choices have consequences, whether they're good and bad. As I go through my day, not 100% of the things that pop into my mind are healthy, good choices. That's just a fact. I don't understand. I truly believe on a physiological level that there is something a little bit off with my wiring, maybe a chemical imbalance, something or another like that. I'm not 100% sure. But every once in a while, I have an idea that is not good. It is absolutely not healthy, not good, and it doesn't make sense to have it when I'm living in a recovery life. But to maintain the recovery life, I do what they refer to as practice the pause. Practice a pause. What I do is nothing, because the vast majority, that's fair to say these days, of my thoughts are not that unhealthy. But when one does come along, I have the freedom to stop. So there'll be a little feeling. There'll be a little thing in my gut, a little flag that pops up. It says, is that really the best thing? I have the opportunity to stop and think about that. I have come to release myself from the guilt, shame, concern, or understanding why those thoughts occur. I am no longer physically drawn to drugs and alcohol. But I have unhealthy thoughts every once in a while that'll pop into my head as good ideas. And I don't understand that, because none of them are really that good of a damn idea. But it'll present itself to me as one. I think it's part of my disease. I do not own those thoughts. I remove me from the responsibility of owning that thought, because God knows I did not create that. I did not create that consciously as a good idea. I don't know where it comes from. So I pause. I think about what just popped in my mind. I formulate my second thought associated with that, and that one, I stand on business, is mine. That one's mine. From there, I have responsibility. The first one, I have released myself. I spent a lot of time thinking about, I am in recovery. I've been sober X amount of time. Why would that pop into my head as a good idea? What's wrong with me? Ain't nothing wrong with, there's a lot of things wrong with me. But for whatever reason, I have heard that told before. It happens to other people. An example would be like on a Friday or something or another, it pop in my mind, 10 plus years sober or whatever, what a great idea it'd be to go get an 8-ball and a 6-pack, because I've worked hard. I've done overtime. My wife loves me. Everything's going good. The yard's mowed. I get to go fishing Sunday. All kinds of shit justifying why it's a good idea to go do something that's a very, very bad idea. And it'll just pop into my head. And I don't know where it comes from because it's not a good idea. And I work a recovery program, but nonetheless, it happens. I spent a lot of time trying to figure that out, and I never did. And finally, a guy I talked about it, and a friend of mine helped me. He said, "Why worry about it? Disown yourself from it. If you have not produced that, disown yourself from it. But understanding that the next thought that comes is yours and you own it. Be responsible with it." And that made all the sense in the world. So I don't hold any guilt or shame or confusion about why it happens. Of course, I don't understand. I'd love to know. But I don't spend much time on that no more. What I do get clear on is what is my next move. I think about it hard because my life lies in whatever that next thought and that next action is after that. And having a clear guideline in a recovery program and people that support me gives me a lot of different angles not to screw that shit up. And I am forever grateful for that. So anyway, that's all I got. Y'all go make it a great Sunday. If you feel moved to do so, please share, subscribe, like, tell a friend, most especially on any kind of social media. If you wouldn't mind sharing it, that would be awesome. I appreciate you being here, and Lord willing, come on back. We'll make a Monday out of it tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Again, thank you for joining. Peace.